organizational structures. This section summarizes our decisions on brand alignment, our chosen structure, and the staffing timeline needed for a successful opening. Our resort performs best under a large hospitality brand, gaining loyalty programs, strong recognition, centralized procurement, and proven HR and risk management. With gaming entertainment, food and beverage, spa and rooms, we need the operational support a parent company provides. We can still keep a unique identity, but full independence increases risk in staffing, funding, marketing, and stability. We recommend a hybrid structure. A fully corporate model offers consistency but limits flexibility, but creates duplication and weakens brand alignment. The hybrid approach balances both corporate manages financial control, brand standards, HR, compliance, and major procurement. The property team handles guest experience, local marketing, and daily operations. To stay operationally ready, leaders and key staff in engineering and facilities, food and beverage, rooms and guest services, HR, marketing and sales, finance and revenue, and guest experience, quality must be hired 1 year out. They align operations with construction, build standards and SOPs, design training, set pricing, and begin pre-opening marketing. These teams shape the guest journey and internal systems long before opening. Early staffing ensures the building supports operations, service design is complete, systems are tested, staffing plans are set, training materials are built, and soft opening trials are prepared, reducing risk and improving readiness. Most line level roles, housekeeping, front desk, and other operation staffs should be hired only weeks before opening. Their training is short and timing sensitive. Hiring too early increases costs and creates restraining needs. Bringing them in later ensures training reflects final systems and immediate launch requirements. This section outlines the key market signals affecting our project, including macroeconomic trends, industry performance, and timing considerations for launch. Unemployment sits at 4.3% and may rise to 4.5%. Inflation is up 2.7% year over year, with lodging and airfare adding pressure. GDP growth is moderate, and interest rates remain high, increasing financing costs. Hotel construction continues to build, with over 157,000 rooms in the pipeline and 7% year-over-year growth. Tourism and gaming remain strong. U.S. casino tourism is expected to rise from $175 billion in 2025 to over $278 billion by 2032. Casino resorts are a major 2025 travel trend, and Las Vegas continues to post record ADR and RevPAR. The fourth quarter typically brings peak demand for tourism and gaming. Holiday travel lifts bookings, guest spending rises, and travelers are more willing to pay premium rates. This timing gives strong visibility and revenue potential for a new resort. Rising unemployment may dampen leisure spending. Wage pressure and labor shortages increase cost. Inflation in lodging and airfare affects guest behavior and expenses. High interest rates raise financing costs, and growing hotel supply increases competition. Overall, the macro environment is stable but cost sensitive, while tourism and gaming demand continues to grow. A fourth quarter launch aligns with peak demand and strong revenue potential. However, we must manage economic pressures, labor challenges, and competitive risks.
Now we'll be starting off with the positioning of the Grove. So to start off, our product is a 1970s retro-inspired immersive resort experience, and to achieve that, we will have retro entertainment, themed venues, and a nostalgic design. Our pricing would be upper to mid-scale luxury pricing. We want to make sure that the guest knows they are paying for an experiential stay, not just a standard room. However, we still want to be accessible to other people as well. Our location is going to be on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip, which is really displaying that classic Vegas, which also aids into that retro theme. As far as campaigning, we will have digital campaigns, especially during the opening. We can do partnerships online with social media, with different companies, different influencers. And then we will also have billboards along the highways and throughout the valley. But this does not just stop there. We will, throughout our time, we will have experiential events that we will partner with other companies as well. So to dive a little bit deeper on our product, we are an immersive retro integrated resort. And to do that, we have nightclubs, lounges, restaurants, a photo booth, a pool, and a rooftop roller rink, which all add on to the integrated resort part. We are specifically a 1970s inspired resort, and so we offer different experiences such as those that I listed, which all are on theme. But although we are retro, we still want to have a modern mix into it to keep up with modern standards, so we have a little bold mid-century modern feel. Next is our pricing. Like I mentioned before, we want to be luxurious, yet we still want to be accessible to a lot of different people. So our average standard room rates would run from $180 to $250 per night. However, we will have local offerings and loyalty discounts. So with that, we will also have event bundles. So we have a lot of different opportunities for other people to enjoy what we have to offer. These will also bring new people in and returning customers. So our target customer is around 25 to 50 years old. They are social and experience driven. They are middle to upper class to kind of align with our pricing. They are also active on social media, so this also kind of ties into the age range, assuming that they like to post a lot, they like aesthetics. Also, we are really friend group friendly. I think a lot of the amenities that we are offering are really appealing to friend groups as well as couples. We are obviously friendly towards families, however, I think friend groups and couples are what we mainly focus on. As for our location, we are in Las Vegas, so this is known to be an international tourism destination. People from around the world visit every year. This is some people's dream place to go, so we are kind of in the perfect spot to become in a new company and opening up a new resort with an interesting theme. Specifically, we are on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip, so we are near Resorts World and Wynn, who are very luxurious, so we are hoping that we attract their luxurious customers into our casino. And Las Vegas in general also gives this kind of free-spirited energy because it kind of encourages gambling, shopping, and spending, so we are hoping that that also brings in a lot of revenue into our casino. Now we're going to be talking about our marketing strategy. So we're going to be doing a SWOT analysis. So to start off, we're going to do our strengths. Our number one would be a unique experience that we provide. Our theme is a little bit different from what you may see in other new resorts. Our theme combines nostalgia from the 1970s. It was a great free-spirited time, as well as the music was really good during that time. And the glamour, of course. There's a lot of glitter, a lot of different colors, and unique pieces that we bring. We also have diverse entertainment and attractions. We have a lot of different attractions that we have, like our rooftop roller rink, which is very cool, and you don't see that else in the Strip. And we have other offerings as well, like our restaurants, our steakhouses, our bars, speakeasies. So it kind of appeals to a bunch of different people, as well as our aesthetically pleasing look. Our theme is very pleasing to the eye, and yet it's still unique. It's a little bit different, but it's still comfortable enough with that modern twist. Our strategic location, again, our location is a very big deal. We are on the Las Vegas Strip, so it's internationally known, and it's a huge destination, and a lot of people love to come here. And we have nearby casinos, so it's not like we're stranded in the middle of nowhere. We are around a lot of people, and that attracts a different amount of customers. Next, we're going to be addressing our weaknesses. It might be a little bit of a niche appeal. Our theme is retro, so not many people may not like it. They may go towards a luxurious modern feel or a different feel like the Luxor or Caesar's Palace, something where it takes you to a different place instead of a place in time. So it might not appeal to everybody. Lack of recognition. We are a small business, so we have to work to gain trust to not only our guests but competitors. We are surrounded by huge corporations, so it might be a little bit hard for us to start up. We also have a complex theme. It may be hard to remain on theme with the modern twist while not seeming a little bit tacky or overdoing it. We want to have a nice, comforting, subtle feel. And our initial investments are very costly, especially since we're so little. We don't have that much outside help. We're a small company, so it's really going to affect us more than if we were like Caesar's Entertainment. Next are opportunities. I think our biggest ones are our partnerships and our events. We can combine them, have collaborations with different car companies, and have car shows, like retro car shows. I think that would be really fun just to expand the company's reach. We can also have partnerships with celebrities or influencers to attract different customer segments. Another opportunity is the travel trends. We are just starting up, and so I think it's a little bit easier for us to meet the current and ever-changing customer demands and trends rather than 10 years from now. It might be a little bit harder when you're already established to kind of evolve. So I think starting off may be a little bit easier for us. Also, customer loyalty. We can have loyalty programs to encourage people coming back. And also, if we do local loyalty programs or local discounts, it kind of limits the reliance on tourism during the off-season. And lastly, our threats. Our biggest one is the high competition. We are located on the Las Vegas Strip, where there's already well-established companies that own multiple different properties, so it may be harder for us to compete with them being a smaller company. As well as economic sensitivity. I think this is pretty standard for most hospitality businesses. We all have to be impacted by tourism declines, and we're very vulnerable whenever there's economic downturns or recession. And then we also have labor challenges. Labor is one of the highest expenses in hospitality, so as the labor costs continue to rise, it may be difficult to balance that with also not compromising the service quality.
So our whole food and beverage concept is basically built around this idea of growth in the 70s. We wanted to capture that free-spirited and the visual-focused energy from 1970s America, but make it feel modern and relevant today. So every restaurant blends healthy, contemporary trends like local sourcing with that warm, nostalgic atmosphere from the past. It's really inspired by how design in the 70s was all about personality and originality. The first concept we have is Max's Las Vegas City. This one is our fine dining option, and it's inspired by famous New York nightclubs from that area. So when guests walk in, they get that intimate lighting, they hear live jazz or DJ sets, and the whole space feels like a sleek 1970s living room where people naturally mingle. For the menu, we modernized classics like seafood gratin and beef Wellington, lighter sauces, more refined plating. And for drinks, we offer classes like the old fashioned and Manhattan. But we also have low alcohol and non alcoholic versions so everyone can enjoy it comfortably. Our second concept is Back to 1975, which is our casual dining choice. Here we try to recreate that classic dinner look, shining floors, and the red curved bar, neon signs, but we combine that with eco-friendly materials and an open kitchen layout so it still feels current. We're also working with Nevada farms, so ingredients are as local as possible. And the menu is super flexible: burgers, Sunday roast, tacos, and of course vegan and gluten-free options as well. And then on the rooftop, we have the Groovy Sky Lounge. During the day, it's a very calm space, light refreshments, non-alcoholic drinks, and amazing strip views. But at night, it completely transforms with soul and funk music. Guests can even bring their own records, which creates a really personal, nostalgic moment. Las Vegas right now is moving toward more emotional, experience based dining, and this lounge fits perfectly because it focuses on memory, feeling, and sensory immersion instead of just technology. Moving on the hotel side, our room design is inspired by 1970s disco but with modern comfort. So the palette uses warm tones like orange, green, gold, and brown. There are carved mirrors, big colorful wall paintings, and textures that really bring the retro feeling to life. But at the same time, the overall look still feels sophisticated and updated. Today, people don't just want a place to sleep. They want something that feels meaningful or personal. So we added things like cassette style Bluetooth speakers, magazines with 1970s music and fashion, and signature candles inspired by scents from that area. These small touches help guests feel a very emotional connections to the space. Of course, we still kept all the modern tech, smart curtains, energy efficient lights, and TVs that support mobile streaming, so nothing feel outdated. Sustainability is also a big focus for us. All the rooms have large, refillable amenities and extra towel racks so guests can reuse towels easily. And when they check in, they get a limited edition retro style water bottle they can refill at the lobby station. Overall, our design blends nostalgia with future oriented new mid century principles. It's not just accommodation, it's more like inviting guests into a warm, personal memory.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yahira, and I am in charge of technology. So let's talk about what the Groove will have technology-wise. Let's start off with like each division. Food and beverage. Food and beverage is so important, and it's something that we would like to modernize. So just using in-app deliveries. So if a customer were to, let's say, place an order in their room and they want it sent up to the room, we can do that, whether it be like a McDonald's or in the food court we're gonna have, or maybe a fancy restaurant. We could definitely do that. Or if they want to order it and then just pick it up down there, that's something that we are able to create because we are a new hotel. We can have that those types of systems, and as well as having seamless integrations within the hotel system, so everybody's able to see our analytics, our financials, and just to see how we can improve. As for hotel rooms, it's one thing I'm going to stress is bringing the old with the new. So finding new technology that has a retro style, such as smart TVs or radios that have Bluetooth and wireless capabilities. Also, creating a little bit of individualization, so smart environmental controls, so our our customers will be able to just create an ambiance if they want to do, if they want to play with the temperature. That's something they can do in order for them to feel as home as they can be. As for finance, just having a strong cloud-based data integration will be massive. It is the future, and it will help everybody, including IT, just have one system that we all know. And for the casino, it's the same thing as the hotel, just bringing the old with the new, having 1970s slot machines as well as newer slot machines. If people just want to see the newer technology developed in that type of space, but still having the well-known games. As for budget, you're going to see our budget is a little bit more different than other hotels. That's because we're going to place a strong emphasis on cybersecurity. So we're actually going to do 14%, and cybersecurity is incredibly important because it is the guest Wi-Fi, it is the slot machines, it will be purchases. So let's go over. And then doing this as a young hotel is actually very vital because it will save us from a lot of reputational damage that occurs. For instance, MGM had $100 million breach cost, but a lot of it also includes the damages and losses in the room because people don't want to be associated with MGM as well as they used to be. And when something out of our control happens, like the CrowdStrike incident, just having comprehensive protocols with paper backup systems, such as having charts and having a room layout like an old school one, just so if we were to just not have our technology available, our hotel will still be functional to the best of our abilities. Okay, now for the opening timeline for the group. So this is going to be 6 months, and we're going to go through every single month. So we're going to start off 6 months prior. 6 months prior is just hiring a well-experienced housekeeping department leader, just somebody who knows what housekeeping is about, whether that be somebody right here in Las Vegas or somebody from a different state or even a different country, just somebody who sees the groove's vision and understands where we want to take it. And then they should also be well educated just so they can see the budget, they can see the organizational chart, so they can just understand how to create a strong department. And for the 5th month, it's just recruiting managers. Now we have the our department leader, and just having managers, supervisors, leads. And a great way we can do that is doing LinkedIn recruiting or just using Handshake and conducting those interviews as quickly as we can, and then having them develop protocols about how they would like this hotel to be ran or how they see the vision. Okay, 4 months prior, we'll do onboarding for the management team, and this onboarding will allow them to see who's under their management, just which role they're going to take care of, and just creating training videos for each role, as well as having training on the software system. So if anything were to happen, they're able to rise to the occasion and step up if we ever become shorthanded. And just using all that data that we have, we'll be able to relate it to the IT for them to just figure out a little bit of kinks that and issues that may occur. And 3 months prior is going to be the major staff recruitment. So this is going to be our night auditors, our front desk. It's going to be our maintenance techs. It's going to be our housekeepers. Just everybody who's going to keep this place running. And we can start this off having job fairs. I think job fairs are so important, not just for getting our name out there, but getting our vision out there. And it can be at UNLV or Nevada Careers. There's an idea I really do like was at Allegiant Stadium, every single year they do a staff draft. And it is so well advertised because they use so much local media. And it's not just our TV. It's just Hispanic TV, it is Filipino TV, it is our radios in Spanish. It's just being able to relay the message to everybody that's in Las Vegas that we are hiring, and people do come in all aspects. And then just having on the spot interviews, because when we say that, people understand that we are being serious. And then 2 months prior is just training that support staff so they can see the vision, so they can see the policies we want, the specific things that we want laid out for every single hotel, how we want everybody to be, how we want everybody to behave, and just also hearing their feedback. If they like, they will be at these roles every single day, so if they see a way that we can improve, we will hear it. It's not the opening day, so there is still time to still change a couple of things, as well as having standards. And then just 1 month prior is definitely having that soft opening. It will be a great experience because it'll be department heads staying overnight. It'll include families. They'll have local media coming in or an influencers just that want to spread the word of what our hotel and casino is going to be about. And we're able to use that information that they gave us in surveys to just see what we can improve before the official launch. Okay, and I'm just going to pass this on over to human resources. Thank you.
Human resources. Culture. The group's ideal culture will be dynamic, welcoming, and people focused, encouraging both professionalism and creativity. Workers will be encouraged to voice their opinions, offer suggestions, and take responsibility for the customer experience. Retro charm and contemporary ideals should coexist in the culture, providing a balance between innovation and nostalgia. Core cultural values. Authenticity. Encouraging employees to bring their genuine personalities to work, reflecting the freedom and self expression of the 70s. Collaboration. Fostering teamwork across all departments through open communication and shared goals. Innovation. Inspiring staff to find new ways to deliver memorable guest experiences. Respect and inclusion. Building a diverse team where everyone feels valued and supported. Strategies to attract talent. Key initiatives. Employer branding campaign. Highlighting the group's fun, retro vibe on social media, emphasizing that it's a workplace where creativity and individuality thrive. Diversity-focused hiring. Recruiting from a wide talent pool to create a workforce that reflects the inclusivity of the 70s cultural revolution. Career path visibility. Showcasing clear opportunities for career growth within the hotel to appeal to motivated candidates. How to retain talent. Retention initiatives. Thorough onboarding. A Welcome to the Groove induction program introducing new hires to the hotel's story, values, and themed culture. Continuous development. Offering training in hospitality skills, leadership, and creativity workshops to empower staff to grow. Open communication. Maintaining regular feedback channels and employee forums to encourage transparency and shared decision making. Conclusion to HR culture. The group's culture will be more than just a place to work. It will be a live embodiment of the hotel's contemporary ideals and nostalgic vibe. The HR division will be essential in making sure that both staff and visitors genuinely feel the groove through authenticity, inclusion, and inventiveness. Thank you.